Bad Boy story?
The Bad Boy story is a group of young individuals that have come from the New York area, that grew up and was influenced in hip hop and took hip hop to another level. The platform of radio, we were making so much hip hop and R&B that they had to start dedicating stations to it. It started out as something that we were going to do that was really centered around us all coming back together, because we all started together and we were successful not just because we were great individually, but because of what we meant together.
Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright risked everything to expose the dark truth about Diddy, but their bravery came at a terrifying cost. As they spoke out, a sinister shadow loomed over them, a hit ordered by the very man they sought to unmask. In this shocking expose, we reveal the chilling details of Diddy's alleged attempt to silence his critics forever. From six-figure bounties to threats that made even the bravest souls tremble, this is the story of power, fear, and the price of truth in the cutthroat world of hip-hop. In 1990, a young Sean Combs stepped into the world of music as an unpaid intern at Uptown Records. Within just 2 years, he'd climbed the ranks to become an A&R executive, showcasing a hunger for success that would define his career. Combs had a knack for spotting talent and an unrelenting drive to make it big in the industry. His rapid ascent caught the attention of industry insiders, but it was his discovery of Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G., that would change the course of hip-hop history. Combs saw in Biggie a raw talent that could reshape the genre, and he wasted no time in signing him to his newly formed Bad Boy Records in 1993. As Biggie's star rose, so did Combs.
You would get 100 people in the room, and out of the 100 people, probably 3 would say, it was all right for Big to be in LA. You know Pac just got killed. It ain't no kind of business Big was doing. Big couldn't even walk, he couldn't run. He did not want the beef with the Crips. Puff ain't want the beef with the Dog Pound, Snoop them or whatever. Big started that beef. Why in the hell you would put your man in a situation by sending him to Cali to work on your album?
The young executive crafted a public image of opulence and success, throwing lavish parties and rubbing shoulders with the elite. He branded himself Puff Daddy, a larger-than-life persona that embodied the excess and ambition of the 90s hip-hop scene. But behind the glittering facade, whispers of Combs' ruthless business tactics began to circulate. Combs' relationship with Biggie was complex. On the surface, they appeared to be close friends and collaborators, creating hits that dominated the charts. However, rumors persisted that Combs was exploiting Biggie's talent for his own gain. He was known for his hands-on approach to production, often inserting himself into tracks and videos, leading some to accuse him of overshadowing his artists. As Bad Boy Records grew, Combs' influence in the industry became undeniable. He leveraged his connections and business acumen to secure favorable deals and expand his empire beyond music into fashion and television. His ability to create trends and market his artists set him apart from other executives, but it also bred resentment among those who felt strong-armed by his tactics. The East Coast-West Coast hip-hop rivalry was reaching its boiling point, with Bad Boy and Death Row Records at the center of the conflict. Combs publicly called for peace, but behind the scenes, tensions continued to escalate. The situation reached a tragic climax on March 9, 1997, when Biggie was gunned down in Los Angeles. Biggie's death sent shockwaves through the music world, but it also marked a turning point in Combs' career. In the aftermath of the tragedy, he released I'll Be Missing You, a tribute to his fallen friend that topped charts worldwide. Critics accused Combs of capitalizing on Biggie's death, using the loss to further his own career and solidify Bad Boy's dominance in hip-hop. As the questions surrounding Diddy's empire deepened, a startling revelation emerged from an unexpected source. What if the price of silence in the music industry was measured not just in platinum records, but in human lives? Gene Deal, once a trusted insider, was about to blow the lid off a secret that would shake the foundations of hip-hop royalty. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard and confidant, found himself at the center of a storm that threatened to expose the dark underbelly of the music industry. As a key member of Diddy's inner circle, Deal had witnessed firsthand the machinations that built an empire. But what he saw behind closed doors would haunt him for years to come. In a shocking interview, Deal dropped a bombshell that sent ripples through the industry. He claimed there was a $250,000 bounty on his head, a price tag for his silence. "If I worried about what somebody would do for me, I wouldn't be the man that I am," Deal stated defiantly. "I keep my head on a swivel. I do what I have to do to protect myself and my family." His words painted a chilling picture of the dangers faced by those who dared to speak out against the powerful. But the bounty was just the tip of the iceberg. Deal's allegations against Diddy were far more sinister. He claimed that the music mogul had a history of involvement in people's murders, suggesting a pattern of intimidation and violence against those who threatened his empire. Putting hits out on people is the least of Diddy's heinous abilities, Deal asserted, hinting at even darker secrets lurking beneath the surface. The alleged hit attempts weren't limited to Deal alone. Jaguar Wright, another industry insider, found herself in the crosshairs of what she believed to be Diddy's wrath. The pattern that emerged was one of systematic silencing, a desperate attempt to maintain control over a narrative that threatened to spiral out of control. As rumors swirled, the music industry's infamous code of silence came into sharp focus. Insiders, fearing for their careers and lives, often chose to remain tight-lipped about the misdeeds of powerful figures like Diddy. This wall of silence only served to complicate the pursuit of truth, leaving whistleblowers like Deal and Wright isolated in their fight for justice. Despite the threats, Deal remained resolute in his mission to expose the truth. He revealed that someone close to Diddy had reached out, suggesting that the mogul wanted to speak with him. This attempt at contact only fueled speculation about Diddy's desperate need to manage witnesses and control the narrative surrounding his actions. Behind the cracks in Diddy's empire lurked an even darker secret. What if his most tragic loss was also his greatest betrayal? The story of Biggie Smalls and Bad Boy Records was about to take an unexpected turn. As the East Coast-West Coast feud reached its boiling point, Biggie Smalls found himself caught in the crossfire. The notorious B.I.G. was Bad Boy's crown jewel, but beneath the surface, tensions were brewing. Monique Bunn, a hip-hop photographer close to Biggie, dropped a bombshell. Biggie was absolutely about to leave Puff. I know for a fact because he told me that. This revelation wasn't isolated. Another insider echoed the sentiment, claiming everybody wanted to leave Puffy. The conflicting accounts of Biggie's relationship with Diddy paint a complex picture. While some insiders maintain that Biggie was content at Bad Boy, others suggest a growing rift. The pressure to constantly outperform weighed heavily on the rapper's shoulders, and whispers of mistrust began to circulate. As Biggie's star continued to rise, so did the questions about his future with the label that made him famous. The tragic murder of Biggie Smalls on March 9, 1997 in Los Angeles sent shockwaves through the music world, but as the hip-hop community mourned, suspicions began to surface. John Deal, a former associate of Diddy, made a chilling claim. Diddy had Biggie dealt with. Deal pointed to the suspicious circumstances surrounding Biggie's presence in Los Angeles, especially in the wake of Tupac Shakur's recent murder. Many insiders questioned why Biggie was in LA at all, given the heightened tensions between the coasts. Valletta Wallace, Biggie's mother, has been a vocal presence in the ongoing search for truth. Her support for those speaking out against Diddy is clear. In a conversation with John Deal, she revealed, "I watch your stuff on Facebook and YouTube all the time," indicating her awareness of the darker allegations surrounding her son's former mentor. Her desire to see Diddy exposed speaks volumes about the lingering questions surrounding Biggie's death and legacy. In the aftermath of Biggie's murder, Diddy's handling of the situation came under scrutiny. Critics accused him of prioritizing his own career over honoring Biggie's memory. His decision to appear on the cover of Rolling Stone shortly after Biggie's death was seen by many as a self-serving move, further straining his relationship with those closest to the fallen rapper. For years, whispers of Diddy's dark side circulated in industry shadows. But as multiple lawsuits emerged in quick succession, those whispers turned into a deafening roar. Could the hip-hop mogul's carefully crafted image withstand the storm? In 2023, a series of explosive allegations threatened to topple Diddy's empire. One lawsuit, seeking a staggering $50 million in damages, painted a horrifying picture of assault and intimidation. The accuser claimed Diddy had forcibly removed her clothes, covered her in oil, and assaulted her with a TV remote, but the nightmare didn't end there. She alleged that after reporting the incident, Diddy attempted to intimidate her family, showcasing the lengths he would go to maintain his power. The accusations didn't stop there. Another lawsuit emerged, alleging that only the intervention of a professional athlete prevented Diddy from sexually assaulting a luxury car businessman at a star-studded party. These claims, each more shocking than the last, began to form a pattern of behavior that couldn't be ignored. As the number of accusers grew, Diddy's legal team made a bold move, requesting that the names of his accusers be revealed. This strategy hinted at a potential counteroffensive, but it also raised questions about the power dynamics at play. Would this tactic discourage other victims from coming forward, or would it backfire, casting Diddy in an even more unfavorable light? The Me Too movement's impact on the music industry cannot be overstated. It has emboldened victims to speak out against powerful figures, creating a seismic shift in how allegations of abuse are handled. Diddy, once seemingly untouchable, now found himself squarely in the movement's crosshairs. The potential consequences for Diddy are severe. Experts suggest that the ongoing legal battles could have devastating financial and reputational repercussions. The empire he built over decades could crumble in a matter of months. But beyond the immediate impact on Diddy himself, these allegations have sparked a broader conversation about the culture of fear and silence that has long pervaded the music industry. As investigations continue and more details emerge, the future of Diddy's career and business ventures hangs in the balance. The sustainability of his empire is now in question, with each new allegation chipping away at the foundation of his success. The music has stopped, and all eyes are on Diddy as he faces the most significant challenge of his career: